What ho and welcome to another exciting installment of The Little Massive with me, your host and co-pilot, Commander Jack Lyttle, and special guest, it's Caramba.
Hello.
What ho? Should we give you a shout out?
Oh, go on.
Okay.
I do like a shout out.
I'm gonna give you a shout out. Actually, I'm just gonna make sure that we're definitely happy and good. What ho, Christopher Throbbin, welcome. Exploring hard outside, hopefully internet stays afloat.
Ooh, pouring hard. We'll send some of that water our way. It'll be most gratefully received.
Absolutely, yes.
With
This is Twitch, bitch!
Oh, that was loud in my ear.
bitch.
Oh, that was loud in my ear. Just maybe. Is that better? It's dramatic. I'll give it that.
Yeah, dramatic's good.
This is what we call Rembrandt lighting. Yeah. I'm like about to paint a nymph.
Well, I'm going to make some reference to. See, I knew they did it there. I went, well, it is contagious.
It is. Don't tell me about it. No. Oh.
Fit like coin. No, you're not coin. You're lean. No, fit like lean. Yes.
I do have a problem talking to people. I tend to sort of slide a little bit sometimes, and sometimes a lot into their accents.
Yeah. And I did go through a period on my streams when I started finding myself being a bit judgmental on streams. So
yeah,
it was a bit contagious. But as soon as I became aware of it, I had to stop that because I am not you.
I think the worst that I had with that was Valen Vane.
Oh, Valen Vane.
Yeah, because
yes.
Valen Vane has a bit of a verbal tick, which is, you know. So you might say, what's that? So I think he says this thing when people subscribe to his stream, which is, gotta roll over first thing in the morning, gotta look at that mirror and think, oh my god, do I look rough?
Yes.
My god, do I make rough look good?
Yes.
You know? It's always followed by, you know. Yeah, and that's, I'm doing it now.
There we go.
I've put it in my head. How are we doing?
Well, you see, some of that moisture that Christopher Throbbin has descending all around him
Yes.
would be welcome here because
There's a lot of moisture descending.
there's a lot of moisture
down our
descending.
backs.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. It's a tad clammy.
It's a little clammy.
And just to make clammy plus, we're in the LAN room at Lavecon,
Yes.
which has got some wonderful machines with large graphics cards in them,
Absolutely.
pumping extra heat into the clamminess.
All of the we've basically come to the hottest room in the con, because that's where we are. We are live from Lavecon to the uninitiated. Good evening, M Curtains. Lovely to have you with us.
Hey.
I'm sorry, M Curtains, if we didn't sort of. I'm sorry, everyone, really. We couldn't really schedule this, but it was a kind of. We will reach a point where this would be okay to do.
Yeah.
And we reached it. The GIMP. We ran the GIMP ragged. How many trips to the room?
Oh, I think the Jamaican relay team would have been proud of the amount of trips that they give made. That was before it was getting all the equipment and bits and pieces.
Gladly have thrust their baton into my outstretched hand. Yes. In a relay race.
The baton was thrust.
Yes, a literal
and
baton.
gratefully received.
Is that why you're all sniggering?
I know. Children.
Barnardo 7, welcome. Plankton, welcome.
Barnard.
Should we, this is good. We're going to jump around in scenes for a little bit because we're not massively prepared for this. So we're going to release the logos.
The logos are released.
And there they are.
Marvellous logos.
Nice late night music that we're listening to.
Oh. What music have we got?
What have we got? Let's get it up.
So to speak.
As it were.
Your Honour.
To phrase a coin.
Are we on Yacht Rock yet, or have we not got to that level?
We're in Yacht Rock. I think we're in chill. I can make sure we're in chill piano by pressing the chill piano button.
That's genius.
Oh, this is definitely chill piano.
Piano.
It's a chill track, and B, it's got a piano forte in it.
Piano.
Piano forte.
Always reminds me of the Eddie Izzard sketch. piano. He's not got a music teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random fact.
It's getting confusing. Can confuse a boy.
Yes.
Oh, M. Curtains joins us from his best Gestell.
His what?
His bed.
Oh, his bed.
He's enchambered for the evening.
My goodness.
Yes.
It will be long before I am enchambered. I actually, when leaving my room today, I passed the house staff.
Oh yes.
I felt a little bit bad for them because they're working the steam presses and the laundry and everything.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they looked a million times fitter than I will ever be. So I thanked them as I walked past.
Good.
They were genuinely surprised that somebody spoke to me.
And I don't know if this is growing up. I think you have. I mean, when you're sort of in your late teens to early 20s, I think you kind of have an allergy to the kind of prescribed politeness.
Yeah.
And you balk at if your waiter or your serving your checkout person.
Yes.
When we had those.
Remember those days?
Yeah, they'd wish you a good day, and you think, well, you paid to say that. But I think over the last couple of years, I've discovered there's a real joy in
being polite,
wishing serving staff a good day, often before because it's not really that common these days. I would say that sort of activity.
I would like to think about I've brought my kids up to be polite, and they are polite. I think I've maybe brought them up with the curse of being overly fair as well.
Yes.
I have a tendency to be too fair, seeking equality too much. Oh, curtains, swishy.
Curtains, swishy.
Oh.
That's better.
Oh God.
We've been embiggened.
Oh.
We've been embiggened.
I enjoy an embiggening.
You can see individual droplets of sweat now. Oh, you're good.
Oh God, you haven't got your badge on.
Oh, could you look, mind the nose. My nose is my fortune. I have no idea what that meant. But, did you like? I'm not sure we can get it on the camera too. Oh, there is no camera too. I've got a new badge. Did you get a badge?
I got a badge.
You can show yours. That's probably easier.
Got the little Odyssey badge.
Odyssey swag.
And the Hutton truckers and a certain little massive as well.
Psychit.
Hello,
Psychit. Welcome.
Psychit.
Isn't it past your bedtime, young man? It is indeed past my bedtime. I'm usually zipped up inside my bag by now. It's part of my treatment regime for the puppetitis, is that I have to sleep in a bag.
I tried not to look while you were being unzipped, but
yes.
I thought it was not de rigueur to watch an unzipping.
Yes. How are you doing, Psychics? How are you enjoying the Lavecon? The Lavecon? That doesn't work. We'll scratch that. We'll fix that.
Lavecon?
Lavecon. Yes.
Livercon. It's definitely
Livercon. Teeth to
Livercon.
spruce, but yet I'm watching. Dear. Lovely to have you with us, the boy. I miss you terribly. Please come home. Oh, you are home. Sorry, I'm the one that's away. I'm coming home. I'm coming home tomorrow. I promise. Oh, that's very good, isn't it? I'm enjoying this. Go on, you have a go.
I'm not coming to your home. Don't worry. It's fine.
Wow. That's like. Oh, hello.
Sorry.
That was. Don't apologise. That was prime Twitch. Prime Twitch.
Hello, Jack Little's wife. He's getting plenty of rest.
Yes. Now, Jack Little's wife. No pressure, but what was the most exciting and interesting thing that you found out today that you can share with us? If you're up to sharing, because we want to know. But yes, we should explain what Lavecon is, because Psychic probably has no idea.
And very little, I'm sure.
Not a clue. It's arranged by, I always get this wrong,
WS, yeah, let's say HWS.
I get the S and W the wrong way around. It's how I generally.
I try to put a C in there as well.
My brain's going southwest.
Try to put a C in for some reason. HCWS, but I don't think it is. I'm thinking of HCS voice pack.
Is it something I told you? Oh, no. I'm putting you on the spot slightly, so forgive me. Please forgive me. Come, oh no, we've done that bit. No, I just thought there might
Don't
be
double
some,
lock the door.
some choice bit of deets. But it's fine if if it was all ploddy. Because sometimes research is ploddy.
I'm just wondering what's on the. To pick the phone up.
Maybe.
No. It's not.
Yes, it's a fan event for players and lovers of Elite Dangerous.
Yes.
And allied humans.
Yes. And there's a fair amount of people here.
There are.
I was surprised actually at how many people are here.
Yes.
Because I've never been to a Lavecon.
A Lavecon.
You say Lavecon, I say Lavecon.
Well, this marriage is doomed.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my first time, so the first time I'm trying to attend. It's all about me. I caused a pandemic.
Yes, absolutely.
But so it's good to actually finally get here.
Yes, and it's a strange thing as well when you're Twitch buddies and Twitter pals with people, and then you meet for the first time. It's kind of it's really not remotely like meeting someone for the first time.
Yeah,
it's odd.
It's a funny one.
So, well, I know you already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I found the interesting thing was you'd be walking around and people would recognise you.
Yes.
So, and give you that sort of smile and the hi.
Yeah.
And you go, I don't have your name floating above your head. I don't know who you are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You have to use your word mouth and introduce yourself.
Right. There's the convention IDIP, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's the hi, Karamba.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. How is Milton Keynes?
Milton Keynes is interesting. I think coming from the sticks on the edge of the Highlands, as you know, I don't know what an Uber is.
No.
I've never encountered an Uber, but I've encountered two Ubers today, and as far as I can tell, it's how you offset your terrible petrol car by getting in a Prius, and then they try and run over
as many
adolescents on Lime scooters.
Yeah.
That's basically Milton Keynes, as far as I can tell.
It's very gridded.
Very gridded.
There's lots of underpasses, pedestrian underpasses.
Lots of roundabouts, or as we call them Dundee way, circles.
Yes.
Circles.
It's not a magic roundabout. We've been through this.
No.
If it's in Swindon, it's a magic roundabout.
Yes.
If it's anywhere else, it's a sparkling gyratory.
Sparkling gyratory,
yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Rotary circle.
What would you say was your highlight so far? Don't say this.
Well, meeting you, Jack.
Oh, shush.
I think I've just enjoyed it all, to be honest. I've enjoyed actually associating with lots of human beings.
Yes, yeah.
Which has been strangely addictive.
Yeah.
Because I'll not lie, but on Friday night I was tempted just to turn around and go back home. But I didn't, and I'm glad I stayed.
I'm glad you stayed too.
Yeah, well, thank you. Sympathy. The Frontier panel was good.
Yes, absolutely, a lot of fun. It was. I think, a slightly awkward, not awkward panel for them, because historically there's usually been some kind of big announce.
Yeah.
But
there was the big announce was there was nothing to announce.
Yeah, and well, it's more that all of the happenings are happening in the in game anyway. And anything that they can announce, it's not like, oh, you're getting a new type of rocket launcher. It's it would be, such and such a thing is going to happen in the story, and you can't really do that. You can't drop that stuff.
Before we talk about the Frontier stream, I mean everyone will have seen it anyway.
Yes.
But we'll talk about it because that's what we do.
That's what. Yeah. Content on content on content.
On content.
Yes.
Content within content.
I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction videos to the VOD of this stream.
Yeah. We'll do a gift of us like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favourite part?
Well, I think possibly. Do you know what? meeting up with Sally again.
Do you know? Yeah, that was a special moment for me as well. Cause it's what 4 years since I saw Sally, and we were talking about this before. But she's very much a people person, isn't she? And she remembers everything about you. It's frightening, and she even remembers my son and his favourite ice cream and all these kind of things. Conversations we had 5 years ago, and I got to thank her as well for a little thing she did for the memory of Boff as well.
Yes.
So it was nice to actually see her in person, because you can swap DMs and things, but it's nothing quite the same as being able to shake somebody's hand and give them a consenting hug.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about consenting hugs at Lavecon, because you know COVID is still a thing, and some people don't want to hug.
I think the last time I'd seen Sally in the flesh was when I was the featured commander.
Featured commander.
Featured commander. Yeah, and Sally ran the studio that day.
Okay.
Yes.
So I remember you as featured commander. Yes, I do remember your turn. It was very good.
Featured commander.
Featured commander.
Yeah. So
not jealous at all. Not been to Frontier Towers.
No, you've not signed the NDA.
No, I can say what the bloody hell I like. Yeah.
Oh. Now, hail the cube indeed.
Oh,
did you see that? The cube has followed us to Milton Keynes.
Well, it's the place the cube would naturally be. I would have thought with the grid lines and the cubiness of the layout in general. Although it's not cubiness, is it? Because that's 3 dimensions. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. There's no end to its benevolent rule.
Yes. We must all hail the cube.
Yes. Catching up on chat. I gather, writes Jack Little's wife, the Vivian Meyer exhibition in Milton Keynes is the shizzle, which is, I believe, an urban slang expression for very good.
Is that like a pepperoni?
Oh, I'd love a pepperoni. Have you got one?
No.
I thought no.
It's a bit of an animal when I don't do animals.
No. Not in that way.
Which bit? It's not in that way.
Thank you very much, M. Curzons, and Miss Frightful for contributing towards the Jack Attack challenge.
Mr. Frightful.
Very much looking forward to getting those 2 hours off. As we hand over to the other Jack Little. Why is that funny? How much longer before you decide to use that phone to make a prank call for content? We're waiting for a fraudster to phone so that we can then track them down.
Yes. And waste their time with amusing and cunning shenanigans.
Plankton says...
No one's ever done that on Twitch.
And again, another example of the cube's benevolence.
Oh.
I didn't hail the cube, writes Plankton, and now I'm bald. Yeah.
Well, that's the danger of crossing the cube.
Exactly.
So people living in Milton Keynes must have a hell of a risky time. It must be more risky than Naples, in my opinion.
Definitely.
And no one can contradict that, obviously.
Shark crime's gone up. Yeah.
Shark crime has gone up.
Shark crime.
Has it?
Yeah.
Is there lots of nefarious sharks in the world, or?
Well, it's basically they tried, because they had a little bit of problem with shark crime. So what they did is they did a pilot scheme where they allowed people
whales
to open carry sharks.
Oh.
Thinking that it would, somehow make it better, or people would be able to protect themselves. Because the only thing stopping a bad guy with a shark is a good guy with a shark. That's just logic.
Are these registered sharks, or are they? Have they had the serial numbers?
They have to have them registered. Yeah.
Okay.
But the government doesn't have the right to check the register.
Data protection and all that.
Yeah.
You can't just go around prying into who owns a shark without due course or something.
Now, we've had apparently the cube frightened Christopher Throbbing because...
Is he of a sensitive disposition?
No, I'm going to forget I've done this. So when I get home, when we stream again, I'm going to deafen you all with my beautiful honey-rich tones.
What could possibly go wrong?
It'll be fine. So I've turned out a bit, yes. Sorry about that, Christopher. Sorry if the cube frightened you. I take full responsibility for the cube frightening me. It was not the cube's fault. For the cube is our benevolent leader.
That's the thing. I only caught part of the conversation, but did somebody injure themselves last night?
Explain the joke.
Ooh.
Or did that not happen?
Now, Flaming Arrow, I'd love to explain that joke, but in order to explain it, we're gonna need a punchline from you. So, yes, if you can provide a punchline, we'll get to a Portuguese man of war jellyfish washing up all over the Outer Hebrides. Really. Is it shark or shark? Maybe it was shank.
Oh, shank.
It was shank, sorry.
Shank would make more sense than shark.
Yeah. I wondered when I saw the article. I was thinking, how do they... Don't you have to keep sharks moving? Which means that if you were carrying a shark, you'd have to keep moving.
So when you started talking about pilot schemes, I was thinking of pilot whales.
Oh,
and
yes.
I thought it was a whole mammal fish thing.
You get whales in pods, don't you?
You do. Yeah. It's like something like growing peas is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Difficult being a gardener.
Hello.
Very difficult. What's going on? What's
chat up to? Check its shank account. Flaming Arrow. I don't think I can explain that. Because what you've done... Oh,
go on. Go on. Let's see this one in action. This is going to be interesting.
This is the joy of this machine, really. Hang on. What do you want? Okay, let's do this. Okay, it's going to be slightly different, and you'll see why. I've just realised there's a whole other computer that isn't here. And that's the computer that has the whiteboard on it.
Yeah, that's not your computer, Jack.
Yeah.
That's not your computer. Maybe that computer is more integral than you realised.
Something didn't happen there. Oh, hello. Allow access. Right, should we try that again?
Yes, let's.
Now it's not doing anything. Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
I've cursed it. We've cursed the stream. Cursed the stream.
Everything. I think the punchline vanished into thin air. I'm impressed by all his stream stuff happening from a tiny stream deck. Thank you.
It's minuscule. It's
tiny. It's not even XL.
It's
Let's try this again.
Yeah. Somebody like me, if I sneezed, that would be the end of it. It would be gone.
We've broken it.
Impressively so.
How strange.
Well, no jokes explained tonight.
Something's running because it keeps turning pretzel off and on. We're just going to have to explain it here, but that's fine because, you haven't got it. Right, so there's a traditional form of joke that emerged in the Victorian era. Victorian era, yes. Because, as you'll know, in the Victorian era, we became very interested in the idea of, religiously speaking, in the not in the Judeo-Christian, in the Christian world, the mythology with death was that when you died, you'd go into the ground, and then on Judgment Day, you'd pop back up again, and then you'd be judged, hence the name
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Makes sense.
I think we've covered this before, but shortly after the invention of the telegram, in which messages could be sent across wires using a coded series of taps.
Yes.
The Fox sisters of America claimed to be able to communicate with people who were dead. Using a coded series of taps.
Yes.
Now, you might want to cast aspersions as to that particular chronology of technology. A technology chronology, if you will.
A technology chronology.
But it's not our place to judge.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Anyway, suddenly, we had this notion that when we died, we didn't go into the ground and then wait for the final trumpet.
Yes.
No. We went to somewhere else. We went to another realm wherein the dead habituated, wherein the dead lived, if that's not an oxymoron.
Is that the same or different to purgatory?
I would say different.
Different.
Purgatory was what would happen if you were judged wanting.
I see. I'm
and
skipping
you went
ahead.
there
Sorry.
to
Apologies.
atone for your
Apologies.
sins. Yeah, because you weren't necessarily cast into the fiery pits of hell forever. You might be cast into the fiery pits of hell till you were sorry, essentially.
Ah, okay.
So we had this notion then of the realm of the living and the realm of the dead. And added to that notion was the notion that when you died, you passed from one to the other. Yes?
Yes.
So we ended up with this notion of the other side.
And how do the two Ronnies fit into it?
The two Ronnies.
You went to purgatory till you were sorry.
Oh yes, no, not the sitcom. Sorry,
okay.
the sense of sorry. Although, as I understand it, Ronnie Corbett has gone to purgatory for sorry.
Seems legit.
So, yeah.
Seems legit.
Apparently, he's down there for 6 weeks at a Christmas special.
Fair stint.
This is why we should do this.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. The white crucible of comedy. There. Yeah.
Yes.
White hot. I needed hot in there, really.
Phew.
Yes.
Scorching.
Language, Timothy. There is a loop of the sorry title sequence on YouTube which goes on for at least 4 hours. This is a form of play, absolutely. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ronnie's down there listening to it over and over.
Yep.
In purgatory, the dead only get to watch you in the bathroom. Ooh. Which circles that.
I feel about my hotel bathroom then.
Language, Timothy. Where was I? Milton Keynes. Which is a kind of purgatory, I suppose. Yes, so we had this notion for the first time that when you died, you went over to the other side, you see.
Yes.
And thus we get the joke. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Implying both the idea of crossing the road in order to get to the other side of the road, but also the idea that it would be dangerous for the chicken to cross the road because it would get horse and carts and whatnot. So it might get killed.
Yeah.
And thus go to the other side, you see.
Makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
Now, interestingly, the context of that joke, you see, because it emerged when this notion of the other side was quite buzzy in today's parlance. It's sort of lost context, so it's that sort of reference to the afterlife has kind of disappeared from most contemporary understanding of the joke. But that's the nature of the joke.
Yeah.
So, Flaming Arrow's joke is playing on that a little bit. Why did the shark cross the road, you see?
Right.
And it's quite a funny setup line, because of course a shark is traditionally an aquatic animal, an aquatic thing.
Not much use for roads, generally speaking, traditionally.
And it would struggle.
It would struggle.
It would.
No buoyancy, no water to keep all its organs in place and things like that. Yes.
And we could have just run with that.
Yeah.
We could have just run with that.
Yeah.
But we sort of insisted that Flaming Arrow provided a punchline.
We did.
Which was to open a shank account. And there, shank has been portmanteaued, shark and bank to shank. But a shank is, of course, as you'll know, a prison slang for an improvised
stabby instrument.
Dagger.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So have we explained that joke to your satisfaction? And if so, we'll get back to the game. Oh no, hang
on.
I'm just going to press all of these buttons. See what happens.
Things. Yep, it's been explained.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Do that.
Just imagine. Joke explained.
And then that. There we go.
Splendid.
Oh, right. Shark in an aqueduct crossing the road. Would that be crossing? I mean, it would work, certainly. From a physics point of view, that's fine.
Crossing the
I'm just wondering
countryside.
if we'd have plumped for a different verb by that point. I'd like to see an aqueduct before I die.
Would you?
Yes.
Any particular aqueduct?
That really, really tall one.
You talking the one in Scotland?
Yeah.
The Glenfinnan.
Glenfinnan.
It's a beautiful aqueduct. It's very good when you catch a train coming over it.
Train?
Yes.
Wouldn't it get wet?
I don't think it's is it an aqueduct?
That would be a
Am I
viaduct.
thinking?
Would it?
Yeah.
Or just a bridge?
It's
a bridge.
Maybe it's just a bridge. Why did I say Glenfinnan?
I agreed because I was bluffing.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's on me. That's on me.
Well, aqueduct, viaduct.
Same difference.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Water's trains,
The water's
sharks.
going somewhere.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
I'm impressed that the venue has a fully set up broadcast suite for your use. Thank you, Curtains. Yes. We took the very good, very bad at gesturing on this thing. Yeah, we took the chat tablet and the monitor and the blue curtains that you like so much, Curtains.
He's being very modest. He phoned ahead and just said, "Do you know who I am?" And
Yes.
immediately,
Any idea, right?
having seen the stream, and they jumped to it, didn't they? And made sure
Yeah,
all the curtains were in place and everything. They've been very accommodating. Very
If you snap your fingers, they say how high.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fantastic. But yeah, so
Finnan is a viaduct. We've had that confirmed.
it is a viaduct.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
We're nothing if not educational on this street.
Oh, absolutely. And no politics either.
Falkirk Wheel is something of an aqueduct.
Oh, Falkirk. Yes, Falkirk is the bridge. It's the wheel with the boats. So lifting the boats out the water.
Yeah, that's mad.
I've not actually been to see it yet. I've just seen pictures of it.
I've seen videos of it doing this thing.
Yeah.
Engineering is just astonishing.
An engineering marvel.
Yes,
I think is what you would call it, isn't it?
I think as well. One doesn't like to get into what. One doesn't like to get into what marks us apart. England and Scotland and Wales and whatnot.
Yes.
I do feel that Scotland's a lot better at showing off its stuff than England is.
I think the problem in England is, just going to go out there, that you just rely too much on Big Ben and where the Queen lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the Kelpies is fantastic in Scotland. Love the Kelpies.
Yes.
Big giant horse heads.
Absolutely.
The only slight downside to it is that it is near oil refinery.
Oh really? That was where I still thought I was going.
Yeah, so you do get a constant waft of petrochemicals at the Kiddies Play Park, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But the magnificent structures at night time look great. But then of course you've got all the natural mountains and stuff like that, which is fantastic.
I was going to say sort of the backdrop of it all.
Yeah.
I'd say as well, it starts to kick in that kind of drama. I would say drama.
Yes.
In the north of England.
Yes, yeah.
You do start getting it sort of filtering in, as it were.
I do love the Lake District. I love that that road that you drive over. It's really windy all the way up and then down the other side. I think I drove over it once by accident and set the sat nav wrong.
Was it the Black Snake Pass?
It could be. You could tell me anything. It would be like a Glenfinnan situation. Yeah. I'll just agree. Out of politeness. Once went over that and there was a really bad downpour, and we got down to the other side. The water was at the same level as the road.
Yeah.
But it was fantastically scenic. We didn't care if we were going to die or not. It was fantastic. It was brilliant. Yeah. And Wales, apart from the Wye Valley, I don't know much about Wales, to my shame.
Yeah.
But I would like to go to Jurassic Coast type area, and I know there's lots of down near Newport way, I think, is it? Am I getting that wrong? Not sure.
Let's go with Newport.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
My
Mr.
boss
Frightful could correct us.
Yeah. Of course, Mr. Frightful can.
They have little kelpies that tour about, really. That's cool. Those are quite nice to randomly find in the town centre. Accidental applecross.
They did this thing in Dundee where they had statues of Poor Willie all over the place.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
it was basically the same statue but replicated in different colours to represent different things with different patterns.
Oh, yeah.
And there were just Poor Willies all over the place. There seemed to be a trend for this.
Yes.
Sort of installation art. It was penguins as well.
Yeah, cows.
Cows was the... Is that Milton Keynes though?
No, there were concrete cows in Milton Keynes. I don't know if they're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, London had some. The idea is that you have a sort of a template cow sculpture.
Yeah.
You get different artists or different people to.
And then they auctioned them off at the end to raise money for charity.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
You could have yourself a massive concrete cow if you should want that for your house.
Yes. Yeah. Late stream indeed, Lord Lethris. Welcome.
Good day to you.
Was that a ghost? Yes, it was. I can confirm that was a ghost.
Yes. Ghosts are definitely real.
Showing its stuff like stripping. No, not like stripping.
You stripping now?
I think that was in reference to engineering feats and architecture and whatnot.
Yes. Flashing its goods. Yes.
One of my favourite drawings is in a gallery in Edinburgh.
Which one? Not the gallery. I mean, which drawing? Sorry.
It is the drawing of who's that Rice actor? Tilda Swinton. Yes. Yes, it's. That's how I remember her name. I'm not proud.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not going to remember about
Yes.
about Rice next.
Drawn by John Byrne, as the voice correctly asserts.
I went to the National Gallery in Edinburgh the first time in a long time, and yeah, there's some fantastic paintings in there.
Yeah.
Cézanne I've always been a big fan of Cézanne.
Yes.
So to see some of his paintings in the flesh and
Absolutely.
books,
Yeah, it's a completely different ball game, isn't it?
yeah, you get to examine the brushstrokes or the lack of brushstrokes.
I'm going to say something slightly controversial now.
Oh.
I like. Oh God.
Big butts and you cannot lie.
I love big butts. No. Oh gosh, the name's just gone. This is what happens when you stream at 6 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, the boyful though. The two gay chaps that do the stained glass windows.
Oh,
Can you think of them?
No.
No.
I know the chaps.
Abercrombie and Fit. No.
I know the chaps you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I want to say something to do with Brown.
Gilbert and George. Thank you.
Gilbert and George.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Martin Clunes is in one of those.
Ah.
But yeah, you sort of see the reproductions, and you get this very solid, perfect blacks and reds.
Yeah.
And then when you see them in the flesh, it's sort of like, oh, it's actually much more sort of flawed, and not necessarily in an interesting way. So, and controversially, I think I prefer seeing them in reproduction than actually seeing them. You lose the scale.
Yeah.
Because those are huge paintings.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think some of the most impactful modern art was when I went to Tate Modern. No, it wasn't Tate Modern. It was. Oh, it's terrible. I can't remember. It was in London, but it was an annual exhibition.
The sort of BP portrait. Is it?
It could have been. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just remember walking and there was a massive foil dog. Inflated foil dog,
right,
and then there was another part where you walked down into, and I forget the artist's name, but there was lots of cabinets with World War II scenes. Sorry, trigger warning. Talking of death and blah blah blah.
Oh, that
World War II death
was
scenes.
it the brothers? The
Yes, yeah. In cases, and it wasn't until you walked through it and walked out the other side and looked back, you saw the cases were arranged in a swastika.
Oh wow!
So you've been walking amongst that, and it's quite powerful.
Yeah.
And there was another one.
Chapman brothers.
Yes.
Voice is being very off tonight. Also, he points out Gilbert and George did a big exhibition in 1995.
Good for them.
So yeah.
Fantastic. I don't know what I was doing in 1995. I think I was mostly being run over by a car in 1995. Or sudden aluminium poisoning, as I prefer to call it. Sounds more, I don't know, mysterious.
Absolutely, yes, yeah. Mr. Frightful wanted to go down and see the Harryhausen exhibit, but missed it by about a year.
Careless.
That's how these things happen. I missed Louise Bourgeois.
Bourgeois. That's a good name to say.
He's I say this a lot. I think the boy is bored of me saying it now, but whose name should be said in the same breath as Magritte and Da Vinci. No, the other one. Dali. Yeah. Sorry, I
Da Vinci, Dali, close.
Turned over 2 pages at once there.
I think also we need to take a lot of praise from everyone who's still at Lavecon.
Yes.
For being those of the non-alcohol persuasion.
Definitely.
Because when we were at the bar, there was where Arth came running, because he'd heard rumour that the bar was running out, the bar tab was running out, and they'd put £1,000 behind the bar, and it was
£100
close to being spent.
Yep.
So he came running forth with his debit card or credit card.
Yep.
To put another £1,000 behind the bar. So us drinking cheap drinks for free,
yes,
just so everyone else can lose the livers. So
yeah,
I think we do. Although I did toy with the idea of asking the man behind the bar how much Beck's Blue he actually had in the cellar.
Yes.
And whether I could get it all for £1,000 into the back of the car, just to see how salty the elite community could actually get.
I think we did both do the double order thing, didn't we?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It was the two-hand order.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I was at the bar with the lovely Jean Below, who you might remember for the Christmas sandwich quiz, and chat in general.
Yes.
And yes, I said,
Jean's a lovely chap.
Can I have 2 bottles of Beck's Blue? And then I turned to Jean and said, what would you be having? And he went for a third.
Yes.
A little more known nowadays, right, Christopher Robin. But Salvador Dali was buddies with Walt Disney. That figures.
Well,
yeah,
that's a lot to unpack in that sentence.
Do you know Walt Disney isn't frozen?
Is he not?
He's not. No.
That's one of those urban myth jobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
That he's at the heart of Disney Mountain in a cryo chamber or something like
just
that.
his head.
Yeah, or just his head.
None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
Not a single bit of it.
Probably just as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially with the current climate when it comes to electricity bills.
Definitely. Yeah.
That'd be a more and more awkward entry on the shareholder report.
That would be terrible. You go in, you find yourself terminally ill, so you have yourself frozen, and then you go into the chamber and you kind of, you maybe anaesthetised or whatever, and then suddenly you find yourself waking up and you think, oh, has it happened? Has it happened? They finally found a cure for chronic athlete's foot. And they'll be like, oh no, it's just that we can't afford the bills anymore.
Cost of living crisis, we had to unfreeze you. So,
sorry.
Yeah, sad state of affairs.
Yes.
But, so who else is here? Apart from Sally, there's Zach's here.
Thank you for keeping this on track, by the way.
That's quite alright. Zach's here, and Arth's here, and Bruce.
It's fun to say.
Bruce. So yeah, they've been.
He's a very confident young man, isn't he?
Sarah Avery was here as well. It was good to see Sarah Avery.
Sarah Jane Avery.
Sarah Jane Avery. Sorry, yes. Sarah Jane Avery.
Yes, she does all of the AI for the NPCs.
Yes.
Including the Thargoids, I believe.
I believe so. Peter Krayeris, I forget how to pronounce his surname.
Oh yes, lovely chap. He does sounds and musics and stuff, doesn't he?
Dav Scott was here, but he was a little unwell and had to
go. That was sad.
And there's a few others whose names I forget terribly.
Yes. Yeah. I met Commander Burr.
Yes. I met Commander Burr. He's got one of those squeezy handshakes.
He has.
Very squeezy handshake.
Very squeezy. And it squeaks as well. It's not just that it's squeezy. There's a squeak as well. it's like shaking hands with a dog toy. It really is.
Or is it a cybernetic hand or something, do you think?
I don't know what's going on in there.
Pistons and diodes and all sorts squeaking away.
I think he's had a valve installed.
I think he must have done because, I think I still feel like my knuckles have ground together slightly. Yeah. Scorpius, we met with Scorpius, didn't we?
Lovely Scorpius,
Yes.
I've done it again. Every time I go to... Oh, God.
Are you alright? Have you had one Beck's Blue too many?
It's gone straight to my...
Straight to your noggin.
I'll tell you what, I think I had too many. Not obviously because of inebriation, but running hither and yon, getting things ready for the stream. It was all sloshing around in me like wine in a bullfighter's wine pouch. That's what it was like.
That's an image.
It is, isn't it?
Never thought.
Is. Yeah. I think it's because it has to be a soft leather thing. It wouldn't make sense as a bottle.
Like wine bags.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If Disney did come back, right, to Jack Little's point, he would be appalled at the company's DVD policy and surely step in, even if he didn't have feet. Quite right.
Step in even if you didn't have feet. I do like that.
Yes. Sorry, Walt, we still haven't figured out a full cure for lung cancer brought on by decades of chain smoking. Yeah. We just have to stay frozen under the small world, right? Is that where they keep him? Excellent.
And do we dare talk about the pauses and the words and the omissions that were uttered in the frontier stream?
Should we get into that? I don't know. I don't want to put Arthur on the spot.
I don't know.
But yeah, something's coming.
Yeah.
And I think it might begin with the letter G. But that's my conjecture. That's not something Arthur specifically said.
It's one of those things where people are reading into the lack of something said.
I'd tell you a story about a young man by the name of Edward Lewis.
Oh, who's he?
He used to be community manager for Elite Dangerous.
There's a few Ed 38 T-shirts kicking around.
There are.
So,
Good to see represent. And he was doing a thing because when Elite started, we didn't have custom characters.
No, that's right. Of course, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't. That came much later.
The Hollow Me.
And yes, when they launched the Hollow Me, there was a lot of discussion in chat, and I think somebody said, "Is it just humans that we can create, or can we create aliens?" And Edward's response was, "Yeah, so far you can only design humans," and my ears pricked up like, so far.
Oh.
So we're gonna go full alien at some point.
Yeah, and this is the danger for poor Frontier and these panels and these conventions, because they every hesitation or omission of a word is like
everything is read into. Yeah, because that was just Edward not misspeaking. Yeah, I suppose, but yeah.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, go back and watch the VOD for the live radio stream, or I think it was restreamed on the Elite Dangerous channel.
The clues are or are not there.
Yes, there is or is not information.
Yeah. But the bit that we're thinking of, and we're not going to go into details on what it was. It was an exchange between Arthur and the panel.
Yes.
Specifically Tom, I think.
Who's incredibly tall.
He is, isn't he?
He's a tall.
He's a dreamboat. I don't think I'm...
I'm a happily married man.
But,
however, he's one of those chaps where
you could have a town pass for any man.
If that was ever to happen, Tom... Yeah.
He reminds me, he puts me in mind of a young Anthony Stewart Head. Sort of pre-Howard's Way.
I can't remember.
Anthony Stewart Head.
Oh,
Giles
Buffy.
Buffy.
If you said Giles, sorry.
Yes.
That just shows how.
Cough, I'm still here. He doesn't hold a candle to you, of course, darling.
Don't double lock the door.
I felt like went without saying to such an extent that I literally didn't say anything.
But no.
Mooching coffee, is he? Yes. What lovely coffee.
It's been a fantastic venue so far as well. I think there was some worries because things are spread out. So where Lavecon's happening compared to the rest of the hotel, there's a bit of separation, isn't there? But it's provided nice access to covered walkways, which are nice and cool.
Air-conditioned walkways.
Yeah.
Every house should have one.
Yes. Yeah. Would highly recommend.
I'm off to bed. On that note, have a lovely rest of the evening.
Oh dear.
Okay, my love. Can't wait to see you on Sunday.
Don't double lock the door.
Sweet dreams. I love you. Commander Orange Phoenix.
Oh,
hope you've both had a great time.
OP.
I believe we have.
We have.
Yes.
And it's not over. We've still got the legendary raffle for me to win nothing at.
I'm slightly worried that I'm gonna, because I think my win rate is climbed up a little bit.
Ooh.
And but it's getting more and more awkward. I got, in fact, one of the stream decks that you see before you was a raffle.
Wow.
That was a Frontier special effects raffle. But yeah, the last raffle. One ticket I had in this raffle, and I won a painting.
Oh, fantastic! A Jude painting.
A Jude painting.
Lucky devil.
Yeah.
I've been so lucky enough that she did a painting for me of my Cobra Mark IV in 2 nebula. So a red and a green, a red and an orange nebula, I think it was. Overlapping in the background with Spiky Boys behind.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
That's the one thing I didn't like about the Frontier panel was use of the word nebulas.
Really?
It's just unnecessary.
It's nebulae.
It's nebulae. It's
Yeah,
nebulae.
yes.
Or nebulae. Yeah.
How's Orange Phoenix?
Remember to turn the telly off at the wall. Absolutely. Yes, how are you, OP? He's incredibly generous. Totally, yes. Yeah.
I've missed not being able to see you, OP, but I know you've got family and you've got commitments, so you can't make it and things like that. But you are missed.
Nebulous.
Nebulous nebulae.
Yes.
I hope all is well with you.
Not jealous, no. This goes for everyone. End curtains as well. You know, wish you were here all around, frankly.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
always the more the merrier.
And there was an awkward quiz as well.
Yeah.
And there was captain one of the teams, and I did not do very well.
But well done for getting the Star Wars thing.
Yes. Don't know where I plucked that from.
I know. Yeah.
It was an incredible
It was odd.
flash of inspiration.
It just came from like a bolt from the blue.
Bolt from the absolute blue.
Yeah.
It was Millennium, Ray of Light.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon, Ray, Star Wars. It was obvious.
Yeah. As soon as you had those two
yeah.
words.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Styled it out.
What I liked about that, there's a subtext here that we're not getting into.
No.
So you're going to have to use your imagination to some extent. Was once the deed had happened from one end,
yes,
and people were trying to establish whether the deed had happened at the other end, we sort of watched it play out, and it's just like, I think it has played out. I think it has played out. And then when you started to answer, two parties looked at each other and were just like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It played out. It played out beautifully.
Yes.
Rescued a solid third position for us, which was
we should an unmarked question as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Just for the glory.
It was. Oh dear.
Perfect world, we would all be there. Well, in a perfect world, we'd all be together, but somewhere else. That's ungallant of me, but
yeah. Have you checked your chat just to make sure that Milton Keynes Tourist Board is not watching?
Yeah. Finally, we're getting some coverage, and he's saying what? What's wrong with having underpasses?
The Jack Lyttle doesn't like our roundabouts and grid system. What is going on? Our sparkling circulatories.
A bit like the Pictionary moment. Was there cheating in the Pictionary?
There wasn't any cheating tonight. What are you talking
about? How can you cheat at Pictionary?
I don't know.
I was a bit disappointed that my suggestion didn't come up, which was low resource extraction site.
I had some interesting.
A bit dry, that one. It's a bit dry.
I'm not going to reveal obviously what the choices were, but I had some interest. I know it's a late night stream, but it's still your stream, and I don't want to drag it into the gutter.
Oh
well. But there was some interesting suggestions for what you had to do to get the Spider Mind discount code.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was bringing tear to a glass eye reading some of the suggestions.
This isn't how you get a 20% discount, by the way. But I put in use the discount code Lavecon22, and I was in the audience team. We should explain this quiz works through an app. So
yes.
You have team captains, and then teams. The teams are all playing on the app, so they're keying their answers into the app, and then the captain chooses from the answers that the team has provided.
So there was Frontier. There was a Frontier team, community team, audience team,
sort of
Spider-Man games team.
So sort of a way of doing an online conferral process, basically.
Yes.
And
I unfortunately had to choose answers, which was
not always easy. And you could only see the first 8 responses or something.
There was quite a few people in the team, but the page wouldn't scroll, unfortunately, so I could only see the first 8 answers. So I think Draxler got him left in disgust because I kept missing her correct answers. For some other fool's answer further up. Yeah, but so
I'm not quite sure how our answers were picked for the audience.
That's a good question.
We didn't
have a captain, so I don't know whether it was maybe the first come, first served or something, or maybe the compare was the chooser. I don't know, but it's good fun. I do the pub quizzes on Friday nights. You see, on Cow's own stream.
That's Psycho Cow.
Yeah, Psycho Cow.
Should we give Psycho Cow there's nothing funny about his handle, is there?
Is a
double K.
It's
2 Ks.
Cow. Yeah, that looks about right.
Let's see what happens.
Wait, what?
Way.
Fantastic.
Way.
But they've done a lot of work with the setup here at Lavecon.
Yes.
They've done really well. Really, really well. Cymoofs needs a new hobby. I think everyone's agreed. Stop buying bits of kit and lighting rigs and stuff like that and get a new hobby.
I think what you should also do is be challenged to have basically for him to have an assistant and have his hands tied behind his back. You just have to do the whole thing like that.
I think he would explode.
Yes.
I think.
Or he'll learn something.
Maybe.
Sorry, that's not the way to learn something. No, what I mean is, he'd take something from the experience.
From the experience, yes. But it's all been really good, really good.
Yeah, totally.
What's the schedule for tomorrow? Do you know what the schedule is for tomorrow?
I'm adrift with the schedule.
I was adrift with the schedule months ago and I never caught up to it.
Are we painting spaceships or something?
Possibly.
I think that might be on the cards.
I've not had to go to Lego yet. I do want to. Something quite therapeutic about the Lego building Lego spaceships.
Yes.
But I managed to get the Cobra Mark IV into Pictionary, the Frontier Pictionary, which I was quite proud of.
Yes.
And I did write Cobra Mark IV Prince of Ships as well, which they did, although they kept, somebody, much to my disgust, answered King Cobra. They thought it was correct. No, it's not King Cobra.
No.
How dare? How very dare? It's the Prince of Ships. The other suggestion I put in, which didn't get pulled, but was a dig at Psychic, was a Corvette exploding.
Commander Orange Phoenix writes, from a virtual point of view, watching online, it does look like it was very well organised. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. There was a sort of a slow-rolling chaos to the quiz. Do you want to tell us what happened with the quiz?
Yeah, because they had the quiz all set out up in Glasgow, where it was all created and concocted. Tripped over that word amusingly. And then when they went to plug it all in today, an hour before the streams, the quiz started, it all disappeared. All gone. Into the ether. The teams, everything, all gone. So they set it all up again. Went away for something to eat and drink, calmed down, came back, all gone again. So then they had to enter it all for the third time. So it was all a bit harum scarum to the last minute, and I think Moof was going to have a cardio.
Yes.
I tried to calm him down. I tried to be amusing.
I'd say analog backup on that front, but we had an analog quiz at the Cambridge meetup. Didn't go well.
Oh dear.
Didn't go well. Just ended up with I think it was a Frontier team versus the audience, but the audience was just shouting the answers out. Descended into madness very quickly.
You've got to have some sort of sense of order to these things, otherwise.
Blame Psychis, I think, for that.
Oh, it's easy done.
I think it was her fault.
It's easy done. Easy blamed.
The nature of the beast, absolutely.
Yeah. But because the normal Friday quizzes are pretty chaotic as well.
Yes.
But it's good chaos. It's good fun.
I do like a quiz. I was a bit disappointed that none of the answers were Bob Simmons.
After you talking about it earlier, yes, I was a bit disappointed there wasn't a Bob Simmons answer. The thing was, because I was sat on the stage as well as team captain, I felt extra pressure, and all the questions were...
There's a puffiness question, for example.
There was... there was one question. It's the Foo Fighters Monkey Wrench.
Yes.
I knew it was Foo Fighters Monkey Wrench, but could I remember it until Psychic linked me? Monkey Wrench, Foo Fighters. And I was like, yeah, that's it. Stabbing away, but I was so uncoordinated with my stabbing. I ended up typing Monkey Wrench Foof. Which is a completely different thing.
Incorrect answer.
Definitely an incorrect answer.
Yeah.
The compere glossed over that. Still gave us the points anyway. But yeah, so Monkey Wrench Foof.
Good. I think they were quite generous with points.
I think so, because it's all just a bit of nonsense, wasn't it?
Well, we got there was a question which is what bird is known by the scientific name Puffinus puffinus. And the audience
bloody shearwater.
The audience went 95%. That's ridiculous. Went
Puffin.
40. Let's say 80% puffin.
Yeah.
And 20% sea shank raw shark redemption. Whatever it was. And
Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
Sea shank Maxwell. It sounded like someone's name, so I thought it was a joke answer.
Yeah.
It was like Maxwell Sea Shank or something.
Yeah, something like that. So it was a shearwater or something.
Oh, there we go. Manx Shearwater.
Manx Shearwater.
Well, I'm pretty sure wrote a biography of Winston Churchill during the war. But yes, apparently Puffinus puffinus is a Manx Shearwater. Except the people who Google it.
Yeah.
There was a moment where I thought that because sometimes and I don't think this was the fault of the quiz masters at all.
Yeah.
That I think people weren't understanding what the point of the questions were.
Right.
So, for instance, there was a question where somebody had taken an album cover and they'd messed around with it.
Yes, to cover up what it actually was.
Yeah, and people just and the album title had been changed to the summer of 1969, and people thought it was a Bryan Adams album, and it was like, well, it's not going to be that, is it? Because it's been changed to that.
Yeah.
But there was another one. Not saying that there were people cheating in the audience, but there was it was a particular song, and the question was, "What is this? A terrible cover?" I wanted to hear that actually because I thought it was banging.
Yes.
It slapped.
As the young'uns say.
Yeah. And I'm fairly sure that the Googlers Shazammed it.
Yeah.
And so their answer to that question was the actual name of the cover.
Gotcha. Right, I gotcha. Yeah. Because it was some Ukrainian, Latvian cover version of a song. Was it something to do with Americans, wasn't it?
Walker, I am Jelly Belly. Why are you Jelly Belly?
Why are you Jelly Belly?
You know
where too many lagers.
You know where the LAN is. You know we're going to be on for another 10 minutes. Do you think?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. We'll keep going till Hawker gets here. And just as he's arriving,
we'll end the stream. No.
If you want to come by and say hi, Hawker.
Yeah.
By all means, do.
By all means.
Hawker's one of the. Now we've got I love the Little Massive with all my heart, but we're a funny bunch, and we've got Plumes who watches regularly in the bath.
I do like Plumes.
Yes, Plumes is lovely.
Good.
Hi Hawker. But we have Hawker, and tonight, by special arrangement, M Curtains.
Yes.
Watching in bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Cricket, really.
Odd ducks, one and all. Well, yes.
I'd taken inspiration from yourself. I did do a little bit of a stream from Lavecon myself.
Okay.
It was only an hour long, but it was blindingly successful. Just chatting streams I've ever had. I think I nearly had a hype train.
Oh, yes,
chatting.
Yeah.
I mean,
just a phone in a bar. The Gimp was there. He snaffled most of my Capri Sun. I've only got the cherry and the other one left.
Yeah, I'm a bit sorry about that. I did enjoy your Capri Sun. It was very nice.
Not helping.
Sorry.
Not helping. But no, I'm. Do you know what? If I'd have bought, if if I'd have bought the Capri Sun myself, I'd have given you one.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
But yeah, but it was fascinating to be able to shake people's hands when they re-subbed, because it was people sitting next to me and things like that. So I could shake their hands and say, thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
You know, it was
very strange. It's very much Twitch will eat itself.
Yeah,
But,
it was
a lot of fun.
very odd experience.
Yes.
But it was good. Got to try these things, haven't we?
Yes. Oh, I've just received a message from the Gimp saying that his headache's lifted.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good news.
Oh, something that I think we did talk about briefly yesterday, or I might be imagining this, I might have mentioned this. We were talking about the rather edifying subject of foods that affect the smell of your pee.
Oh.
And things like that. And I can't remember who it was I was talking to us about.
Not me.
It wasn't you.
Asparagus is the
Asparagus
classic.
is the classic. But I have a thing with beetroot.
Oh.
I don't digest the colour of beetroot.
Yeah.
And of course, what was the vegetarian option for lunch today?
Beetroot's a
It was a vegetarian tagine, which seemed to contain a lot of beetroot. And then I noticed that the rather nice vegetarian curry seemed to contain the beetroot from the vegetarian tagine at lunchtime in it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm double beetroot and expecting the worst.
Okay.
I think it's already started to manifest.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tricky times ahead. But for anyone, public information, you know, if you ever find yourself in that condition where you're like, oh, crikey, that looks a bit violent, it's the beetroot.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did.
Well,
I can't continue with that advice, because you do what I did,
is
which
go
was
to
phone the
GP.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just think about your diet
If you
24 hours before.
If you think you've got blood in your urine, seek medical help.
Seek medical help.
Yes.
I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying consider
now,
if you've eaten beetroot.
What was it Caramba said what should do in this situation? Ignore it. Yeah. That's not what we're advising.
No. I would just consider the presence of beetroot before taking any camera options.
This is the thing that annoys me about. If you find blood in your urine, I've got no idea what that's going to look like.
Well, no, neither. I didn't know. Yeah.
Is it like? I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
I don't know either. And long may that continue.
Twiglets do it, right, Tim Curtains? And you love Twiglets.
Oh.
Tim Curtains loves a Twiglet.
Did he?
Yeah.
I never used to like Twiglets. But then there was just one Christmas when, you know, there's always Twiglets.
Yeah.
And there was a large amount of Twiglets left over. And I think I forced myself to like them just for something to do.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
One of those Christmases.
Very Boxing Day sort of.
Yeah.
Do seek medical help, but maybe worry less if you've had beetroot.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
That's the on message, right on message.
I know you can't sort of just rationalise your worries away, but I like to think that you don't worry until the doctor's given you any, some form of diagnosis.
Yeah, until they told you to sit down.
And at that point, you're hopefully on a treatment plan anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Or being given the all clear.
Yes.
It's not. I guess what it is it's not up to you. Psyche, Psyche.
Yes.
Lovely streamer. Should we give us?
Met her at Frontier Expo.
I think we need to do quite a few shout outs actually. But she went in for surgery.
Guys, check it!
And had this sort of, if memory serves, a huge sort of anxiety dream.
Yeah.
Essentially about getting to the hospital.
Yeah.
And we sort of, I think, talked briefly on Twitter about this, that essentially that was all that she had to do. When you go to hospital, you're essentially just handing your body over to some professionals. That's like Danny Baker, who had throat cancer.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and he got a bit sort of bemused, I think was probably the right word, by people telling about how he was fighting cancer and this, that, and the other, and he was sort of saying, "Well, I'm not fighting the cancer. My doctors are fighting the cancer. I'm just no man's land."
Yeah. I'm just watching the battle raging on the sidelines. Yeah.
It's like his reaction when the Asp Scout was mentioned. Visit areas. Oh. So was Psyche doing some viewing?
I don't
I'd
know.
have to discover that. But now help me out here. Help me out, Kat. Is that right? On screen?
Psychic? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That is correct
So if
for
I press
psychic.
enter, this will work.
Yes.
Stream
Boom. Yes.
We got it. We got it.
Type it like you mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's out exploring currently in a scout and hating it.
Ah, that's right. Yes, because it was part of her subathon, I think.
He has a ribbon. Oh. A
Oh,
hawker is
he
amongst us.
bloody has as well.
Look.
Quick, end the stream. No,
Oh.
no. Come on,
Such
Hawker.
such a depth of focus we've got tonight. It's like something from Citizen Kane.
Okay, come stand where the telephone is and you'll be on stream. Go on.
Go on.
Yeah, no, you want to do it.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
This is Hawker. This is Hawker. We bonded.
Hello.
Hawker and I. Yes. Yes. Now, Hawker, when... Oh, hang on. When was the last time that you possibly annoyed a Frontier staff member?
About 30 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, what did you do 30 minutes ago?
As recently as that?
Yeah. So,
I think I annoyed one on the first day I arrived.
Potentially.
No, very late.
It was hard to read because he turned his back on you.
what did you do?
Oh, it was we've got a slightly characterful barman here.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
No, it wasn't me.
There was somebody had agreed to buy a round for Frontier staff, and it was all a bit confusing. And I don't think that people from Frontier were quite ready with what they wanted. And in when that confusion arose, Hawker slipped an order in.
Yeah. He just said, does anybody want a drink? And I
Yeah.
went, yes,
Yes,
I do.
we've been waiting for ages. Yes, we do.
So I didn't exactly slip myself in front of anyone.
No.
Not like I did earlier. Yes.
No, you were just out of order.
I joined the queue where Hawker was stood. Now, to be fair to myself, I bought a drink for Hawker. I bought 2 drinks for Hawker. Multiple drinks. But the looks I got from the queue in the bar as I sailed to the front using streamer privilege. You know how it is, streamer
Absolutely,
privilege.
absolutely,
Yeah. We're used to getting everything for
Yeah.
free.
Just wave the lanyard.
Yes. Don't you know who I am? Yes. Like and subscribe. All that. Yeah. So yeah. Got some rather evil looks, but I'll pay for the drink, so it's fine.
Uh-oh. And Curtains is pleased to learn that I can do my own shout-outs.
Uh-oh.
When pressed, I just didn't want you to get up from your bed, MC. Because if I'm anything to go by, you've not been sleeping very well in this heat. So I didn't want to disturb you more than I had to, because I usually have to disturb you a little. Yes. Right. I think.
Don't worry. You're not going to be out of a job, M. Curtin.
I think we should possibly wrap up. Do you think?
Do you think so?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Hawker's going to do a thing.
Oh, you're going to get.
What?
What is it?
Oh, he's having a dance.
A little jig before he goes to bed.
Really thought that was going to be a sub.
Yeah, well, he built you up and then dashed you up.
Fair enough.
But it's
Fight
been an
for it.
absolute pleasure to meet you.
We should do this again
I
somehow.
think we should. I think somehow it will be possible.
Definitely.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes. We could meet halfway in Milton Keynes again.
How about Carlisle? I hear that's
Oh,
fascinating.
Carlisle.
Yeah.
Yes.
They might even have internet. I don't know.
Internet as far north as
Far
Carlisle.
north as Carlisle, or as far south as Carlisle.
Oh, like that is it.
Yeah.
There I go with my Anglocentrism.
Well, exactly. Yes.
Can I just say, it's 32 past midnight, and I just said Anglocentrism.
That's pretty good going.
And if that's not worth a sub, I don't know what is. Or
Come on, I'm having. I'm having trouble stringing words together. So yes, I think it's
Paolo, you're joking.
Paolo.
That's more like it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jack,
Hey,
Karamba,
bits.
and Hawker.
Chucking your bits.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. And
Fling-
curtains for those bits.
Fling
Be
your bits
lovely,
at the screen. All greatly appreciated.
Just one thing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You see, this is. I keep telling them that we need a makeup person. Oh, the budget's not there.
I'm surprised you don't have a makeup person.
I'm just surrounded by amateurs.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Every day I get up, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how streams tend to work. They do tend to have cameras on.
Reckless.
I didn't realise it.
You're mostly silhouetted.
Yeah.
I am
Yes.
You're just half a person now. You're
fine.
fine.
Thank you.
Both hands on the banister. Really rough night of sleep with the warm. Oh,
I'm half a person. That's
hello, Reckless. How are you doing, my love? 86% on the jack attack. Wow, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, we are. We
And
are.
then the gimp's gonna have to do a load of CGI work.
He loves it.
Yeah,
He
does,
loves
he
it,
does.
really. Keeps him off the streets. Keeps him off the
Yeah.
streets. And gives you some precious time for yourself as well.
Definitely,
You
yeah.
dedicate to your own well-being and your hobbies. And
I'm gonna put me. Hang on. Can we do this? Let's do this. Actually, no, we can't do this. Hang on. Let's see. This isn't gonna work. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Hang on. I think you know what's coming. Let's see.
oh,
Yeah. It's a stretch. It's a stretch. It just about makes it. Just about makes it.
yeah.
So I think
I'll just kick back as well.
I think that's all we've got time for. You possibly can tell from my voice. I'm drying out at
Yeah,
a rate of knots. And so, yes.
In solidarity, I finished off my Bex Blue.
Thank you.
And didn't offer it to you, so
No,
I do
that's fine,
apologise. I do apologise.
You're the talent. I'm just keeping the wheels from turning.
You're doing an admirable job.
Jack's very long legs. Yes. Yes.
No, my head's just very small.
Indeed. Those are Karamba's legs.
My legs, yeah.
Okay, hang on. This is the bit where it doesn't always work as well.
Oh,
Not so good, not so good.
rapid.
Just keep going for an hour or two. I just got to Paolo. I'm so sorry.
Ah,
I'm so sorry.
Paolo, I'm sorry. There is the VOD, of course.
I think they're messing with us. What? Right, there is the VOD. There is the VOD. It's
There is the
interactive. But, it's there. So, how did you feel that your first live? Well, no, your second live stream from Lavecon went?
Well, my first live stream with you.
Indeed.
Fantastic. It's been absolutely
I've
superb.
enjoyed it.
Been an absolute pleasure.
It's just nice to have somebody to, sort of bounce off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone bounce off me.
Good.
No.
No.
No. I'm not climbing on any roofs.
In the words of Lee and Harry,
Not in this weather.
without Emu, Rod Hull is just a bizarre shrieking dwarf grabbing at the groins of children. And on that bombshell,
Yes, on that bombshell.
we will draw a veil. Hello.
Oh, see what you did there.
If
you brought,
indeed you do draw a veil on a bombshell.
you brought the veil back in.
I did, yes.
You
All
did.
comes
All comes
ev-
full circle.
all of this stream comes back to Victorian seances and
Yeah, no, nicely done.
Thank
I
you.
could learn things from you. I could learn things from you.
No, we mustn't.
No.
Because if we break the tension, then we lose viewers.
Yes.
So that's just how that works. That's just how that works. Do you think X-Files would have gone so long if they'd have just got down and dirty on week 3?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No. Right. I don't know when I'm going to be back. Not Sunday. Tuesday. It's probably going to be Tuesday. But until then, I'd just like to thank massively Karamba.
I would like to thank you massively too.
Thank you. And
Thanks for having me in
Hawker
your...
for making all this way over to the LAN.
Yes.
And all you lovely people for joining very impromptu, very late stream. So thank you for tuning in. And what happens at Lavecon is all over Twitter for months. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens at Lavecon on stream? Yeah.
Stays.
Doesn't stay at Lavecon.
Stays in the internet forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only if we highlight it.
Yeah.
And we might. Yes, back on Tuesday. When are you streaming next?
Good question. Probably next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Excellent.
Assuming it's not just hot as hell.
This counts as a Sunday stream. It genuinely does.
It
It's Sunday.
does. Yeah.
Well spotted, MC. Thank you, M. Curtains, for moderating.
Yes.
Because it got a bit rambunctious in chat, and you dealt with it beautifully. So thank you. Nothing happened. But that's what M. Curtains paid for.
M. Curtains is a fantastic moderator.
Simon Munnery joke. 2 security guards walk into a pub, nothing happens. That's what we're paid for. Yes. So, on that bombshell.
God, there's so many bombshells tonight.
We're just gonna keep running through.
We've not even
jokes.
talked about the warehouse that caught fire.
No.
The chemical warehouse.
That's a shame.
And I got up this morning and said, "Oh, what's that smell?" I was like, "Oh, it smells like civilization burning."
Was that what that was?
It was, yeah. It was a chemical warehouse caught fire.
I missed that.
Yeah, probably just well.
Was that the footage of the fire in the quiz?
Oh, it was probably a reference to it.
Could be.
It probably wasn't the warehouse, but it was probably a reference to it.
Or maybe the warehouse on fire was like a tribute fire
to the quiz.
To the fire that was in the video.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the van? Quick.